Yeah, buddy. WBO 126-pound featherweight strap on the line. Rafael Espinoza defending it in Phoenix, Arizona versus gold medalist, I believe, two-time gold medalist, Robeisy Ramirez from Cuba. Hey, man, highly anticipated rematch. And unfortunately, man, we don't get the barn burner like we did in the first fight. You know what I mean? Rafael Espinoza looked like, to be honest, he wasn't looking too good in this fight. I had Robeisy Ramirez up at least 4 rounds to five. Excuse me, 4 rounds to one after 5 rounds. Robeisy was boxing well, moving around, using his lateral movement, but putting his punches together, and he was making the man Rafael Espinoza miss a whole lot of punches. But something happened in this sixth round. He gets caught with a straight right under his right on his eye, his right eye, and the man quit. The man basically quit, man. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what he says. He says he was getting caught with all kind of elbows to the eye and to the face in rounds 4 or something, or round 5. I didn't see any, man. I didn't see no dirty horseplay in this fight. I see Robeisy Ramirez quit, man. And in the first fight, man, he would have won the first fight if he didn't get dropped in the 12th round. But Robeisy Ramirez, who's this consoling him? Somebody's consoling him. Who is that? It's a black dude. Who is that? Oh, it's Ugas, his countryman. Dennis Ugas, former WBA 147-pound welterweight champion. Yeah, Robeisy got caught with a flush right hand to the eye. That eye just started to swell up immediately, and Slim quit. He ain't want to fight no more, man. Me personally, what I think with Robeisy Ramirez, and I may be wrong, I don't know the guy personally, but he must be very comfortable, in United States ever since he defected. Because really and truly, this is a guy who was supposed to have a Hall of Fame type of career in boxing. A two-time gold medalist, Olympian, you know what I mean? Robeisy Ramirez lost his first professional fight. This man has 3 losses, and he ain't even got over 15 fights in his career, you know what I mean? So it's quite unfortunate. I was really looking forward to seeing a barn burner. What's up, my guy? AG Mamba's in the chat. What's going on, big man? Um, yeah, man, Rafael Espinoza, he's not a fluke. I mean, this guy's undefeated. Still undefeated. I believe he's 25-0 or 26-0. Mexican Guerrero warrior. And the man looked like the man Robeisy Ramirez was not trying to go through that war that he went through with the first fight with this guy, even though he was outboxing him. But I had him losing round 5, and I believe round 6. Let me see. They showing a replay to show any elbows. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't see an elbow there. Uh, no, no. The physical dimensions of Espinoza. He's like Navarrete. He's a tall, lanky guy. Tall, lanky guy, not really muscle defined, muscle definition, and punches from awkward angles. And this guy, Robeisy Ramirez, didn't want to go through that. It's quite obvious. I don't care what nobody says, man. This man quit. This man quit. He got caught with one right hand in the eye in round 6. The man's eye just started to swell up immediately. He said, fuck that shit, I'm out. Deuces. He put up the deuces sign inside his gloves. Now we couldn't see his 2 fingers throwing up the peace sign, but he was basically like deuces. I'm out of here, man. Fellas in the chat says I love your videos. Big up Christian Nedman. Salute, salute. Royalty 9 VR says hi. What's happening? AG Mamba says yeah, he's a monster. Or like post something about me. Or like post something. What do you mean by that, AG Mamba? Or a like post something about me? Please expound. But yeah, man, Robeisy Ramirez. At least can he become a world champion ever again? Never say never. Come on, man. This is a boxing game, man. Anybody could have one off night, and like Robeisy Ramirez has had three off nights. The three fight losses that they are really and truly. Robeisy Ramirez, three fights that he has lost on his resume. Probably, I'm sure he ain't even lose that many fights in his whole amateur career. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just playing, but the three fights he lost were fights that he should have won. A fight he was favored to win. I don't know. He's not quite the Cuban fighter I like, like the Casamayors or the Rigondeaux or these type of guys. You know what I mean? Now we'll see what Andy Cruz is about. Andy Cruz, 4-0. He's a guy competing at the lightweight division. A guy who has Keyshawn Davis number. Beat him probably like every single time they fought in the amateurs. Um, yeah, dogs. This man was punching back. He was punching. He was throwing punches, and then he just quit. After he got caught with the right hand to the eye, this what's his name? The man just quit. He was throwing punches back. Then he just said, "Forget about it." Where we at in the chat? So I could start or like post something about me, or so I could start streaming, man. I was talking with somebody today about my boxing channel, and boxing to me has been a disappointment in 2025. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why I haven't been uploading as many boxing videos as I used to. You know what I mean? I really got tired of coming on this YouTube shit and making boxing videos, and more times than not, 9 out of 10 videos will be something negative. Not negative on my behalf, but the boxing game. So a lot of ducking going on, like dogs. I've been talking about fellas like Tank ain't fighting nobody since like 2019 or something, man. Till to this day, his best fight on his resume is Jose Pedraza, and that was in 2016 when he got his first world title shot. He hasn't done nothing since. I see people now be calling him a 30-year-old prospect. So I can't keep coming on these YouTube streets still clamoring for Tank versus Devin Haney, Tank versus Shakur, Tank versus Teofimo, or just all these guys fighting each other. It's annoying, you know what I mean? So big up fellas like Better Beaver and Bivol, they went out for the gusto trying to get it, they tried to become undisputed. Big up to Errol Spence. No, fuck Errol Spence. Big up the man Bud Crawford for whooping Errol Spence's ass. For ducking for years. That's the type of stuff I had to do for years on these YouTube streets. So it got very redundant. And I make more money in my day job than I do on this YouTube shit. I keep it tall with y'all. So what I'm going to do? Focus on this boxing now. Boxing is back on and popping. And it happened when Showtime dissolved from this boxing game. When Showtime dissolved, there's less boxing on TV. I seen man like Turkey Al Shashishi or Al Shakiki. Them fellas bought the Ring magazine, which is great, wonderful. I'm happy. Buy Ring magazine. Hopefully they could do right by that magazine, like how I used to be for me in the '90s and the 2000s when I used to buy Ring magazine. But what I would like Turkey Al Shakishi to do, all these fights in Saudi Arabia are great, they cool. But guess what? There's a lot of Americans, casuals here in the States, who are not paying attention to these fights. They're not watching these fights on a Saturday Eastern time at between 5 and 6 p.m. Not too many people are on their couch surfing for boxing. More times like now, they more watching college football on a Saturday. So that's going to interfere with boxing viewership. You know what I mean? Turkey Al Shishiki need to bring this Riyadh season and put it on prime time slots here in the United States. I'm not talking about 5, 6 p.m. I'm talking about prime time pay-per-view type of times, or when Showtime and HBO boxing nighttime after boxing after dark. Put boxing on. Bring those type of cards to the States at prime time on a Saturday, and he gonna bring boxing back. He's doing the best he can. He's bringing boxing back for sure. But Boxing is about events. Bring these big events like Usyk versus Tyson Fury. A lot of people, I know a lot of people who didn't even see both of Anthony Joshua versus Usyk fights. There's a lot of American casual fans who watched all of Deontay Wilder's fights, all these fights on USA primetime at night. They never seen Usyk fight. Can you believe that? You know what I mean? They haven't seen none of his fights. So that's what they need to do. Bring this Riyadh season to primetime slots here in the States at night, Saturday night. I'm talking about broadcast starting at 9 p.m. You know what I mean? And it'll be on and popping. Uh, AG Mamba's asking me, what are your thoughts on the Mike Tyson and Paul fight? It was bullshit. That's what they call, that's some scam artist shit, that what Mike did and Jake Paul. That's some scammer shit. And really and truly, Mike sold his ass on Netflix. You know what I mean? He sold his O on it. He sold a loss on his record for this Jake Paul YouTube guy. It's really disgusting. And guess what? Boxing has been so, I don't want to say dead. I'll never say that, but it hasn't been popping really like that. The biggest event in American boxing this year was that fight, Jake Paul versus there's people who really probably I can guarantee you people who haven't watched Mike Tyson or excuse me even watched boxing since Mike Tyson fought, but they came on that Friday night to watch that Netflix BS, thinking they're gonna rekindle or have nostalgia and bring back those the Mike Tyson heydays, and they were sadly disappointed. And that's what boxing is. There's a lot of scam artists out there, like Tank Davis. There's a lot of scam artists out there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of scammers out there who are Teofimo Lopez. Even though Teofimo has a better resume than Tank Davis, but he's a scam artist too. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's what it is. But yeah, big up everybody in the chat. And I'm gonna be back soon tonight. I'm gonna cover this Navarrete versus Valdez fight. I'll catch you guys on the next one. If you're new to the channel, please share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. And let me know what you guys thought about this guy quitting. This guy's giving Cubans a bad name, man. Gone.